في كتير طرق وسط الحياة تاهوا فيها ناس وطرق تبان مفروشة ورد وتنتهي بألم وضيق، لكن الطريق للفرحة وطريق الخلاص عند المسيح. أصل المسيح هو الحياة، هو الطريق 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 الطريق
Welcome back to The Way TV. Glad to be back. Everything is going great. Hey, we got a bizarre show today after the murders in New York yesterday that was blamed on a truck instead of Islam and ISIS. It just keeps going on. So on Halloween Day, Reformation, the anniversary of the 500 years of Reformation, this guy from ISIS takes out and kills a bunch of people in New York. Okay, the show today, I'm going to weave in this show today, Counterterrorism Commander of LAPD, Michael Downing, how he is involved and linked, believe it or not, and in years from now, you will, to this guy here, Anwar al-Awlaki, who helped coordinate the 19 people into the New York World Trade Center. Again, last night, Halloween night, you have another terrorist attack. CNN and everybody else says it wasn't Islam, it wasn't a Muslim, it wasn't ISIS, it was a truck. We're going to link Michael Downing, LA Counterterrorism Commander of the LAPD, to the Bayonne Claremont Muslim Brotherhood School of Theology. Now, this lady here, Adina Lekovic, is one of the teachers at the Bayonne Claremont Muslim Brotherhood School of Theology in Claremont, Claremont, California, just a few miles from New York. And the president of the Muslim Brotherhood School there is this fellow here. His name is Jihad Turk. Now, this is all going to be woven together. So we got Jihad Turk, who's Muslim Brotherhood, with Adina Lekovic, who's Muslim Brotherhood at the Claremont School of Theology, working in conjunction with the LAPD, who proudly took $50 million to help create this school, linked right back to Anwar al-Awlaki, who coordinated the 19 guys that flew into the World Trade Center, and he inspired the Charlie Hebdo murders, the San Bernardino murders, the Orlando murders, the murders in Paris, and they're all linked back now to this central guy here. And I'm going to show a number of pictures of him. His name is Maher Hadhout. He studied in Egypt directly, face-to-face with the creator, the founder of the Muslim Brother, Hassan Banna. Now, Maher Hadhout and his brother Hassan Hadhout came to the United States with the whole goal of introducing the Muslim Brotherhood and infiltrating the LAPD, the Dallas PD, the New York police with the Muslim Brotherhood doctrine, which is all based on the Quran, Surah 860, to wage war and terrorize the infidels. So with that, we're going to show how this lady is linked directly to Maher Hadhout's brother Hassan Hadhout, both sent to the United States to take us over, to reduce us and convert us to Islam and destroy us. So with no further ado, clip number 2. Clip number 2.
Pull me out of the mosque. But women. Why is it that I have to be denied my ability to do something that is halal?
I can't go into a place and behave the way I like. I have to respect the system.
Well, then I would invite you to make a space for the women in the main hall for your Friday prayers, just as...
Right there on that video. So we have in this video, the reason I showed this video wasn't because of what was on the video as far as the talking and whatnot, but it links her directly with the leader of the Islamic Center of Los Angeles in California to this Muslim Brotherhood woman here, Adina Lekovic. So we just proved right there on that video clip, and in the video clip it points out that Hassan Hadhout, brother of Maher Hadhout, was in charge of that mosque. It's a Muslim Brotherhood mosque. Now, as I did my research on Adina Lekovic, because she's a member of the Muslim Public Affairs Council, MPAC, which is a Muslim Brotherhood group that was started by Maher Hadhout. It was started by Maher Hadhout, and MPAC, Muslim Public Affairs Council, is known as a member of the Muslim Brotherhood. I looked her up. She's a Bosnian Muslim who came to the United States, and some of the Bosniak Muslims, here's some right here. You can see these are European Muslims from the old Yugoslavia, now known as Bosnia. They are terrorists. They are linked directly to Adina Lekovic. They are Muslim Brotherhood. She is Muslim Brotherhood. Here are some more of the Bosniak Muslims. These are guys from Europe, and they are fully garbed with AK-47s, and in the background they have the flag with the Shahada on it, which is found in every one of the different terrorist groups. Here's some more Bosnian Muslims here with the same flag, the Shahada. There's no God there's no other God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger, the Raisuli. So we're going on with this, the infiltration of the LAPD, the willful infiltration of the LAPD. So go ahead and show clip number 4, clip number Arba.
The Muslim Brotherhood, is an organization, a politically active motivation. I'm sure it does exist here in a different form. I think that one of the benefits of what we do in terms of dealing with the motivational aspects of terrorism is to outreach and engage with the community so they don't feel isolated, balkanized, oppressed, and besieged. And our biggest counterterrorism strategy in this community is the partnership that we have with the Muslim communities.
The Brotherhood's very active in this country.
I know the Brotherhood is, but see, one of the responsibilities for us to see, there's different views about the Brotherhood. Albana, who created it, his idea is different than some of the people that are on the fringe here. Just like Republicans and Democrats are more conservative and more liberal, that's what we have here. But the message is not to demonize the Brotherhood here, but to create not to demonize the Brotherhood. And we don't necessarily engage with the Brotherhood, but people who we're trying to show that, look, the message of Al-Qaeda is unattainable. There's no way we will ever have a worldwide Muslim-dominated world with Sharia law and a caliphate.
Did you believe that the Brotherhood is a document about a civilization jihad and a desire to change life as we know it?
The original doctrine of the Brotherhood is, where it emanated from Egypt, but it's evolved and changed, just like, we evolve and change in the idea. So you can't say that when Albana formed that and developed his doctrine, it's the same as the Muslim Student Association, which is kind of an offshoot of the Brotherhood University, right? That's a way. You can't say they are the same thing. It's a political body that is having a voice, that we should listen to the voice, and we should give them a forum to talk.
The authors here are some significant people.
Yeah.
About 400 years of experience on this issue. I disagree with your fundamental presupposition that the Brotherhood has leeway in terms of its relationship to its authoritative doctrine. There seem to be a number. The Brotherhood is obligated to follow its doctrine. Maybe some individuals don't.
Yeah. But the doctrines change. If you read Kutab's book on milestones, that's the milestones issue, right? That's kind of the base about what Al-Qaeda is. Yeah, I know all about that. I know about when Habana created that at the fall of the empire, right? And why he did it, to keep it pure and all that. So things have changed. And I think in this country what we're looking at, and you should do some research on this, is the word ijtihad. And the idea of ijtihad, in fact, tomorrow, listen, no, it's not. listen. Listen, no, it's not. But listen to this. Tomorrow, we're going to announce a $50 million grant in Claremont. The first American university is going to train American imams in what it is to live in a contemporary environment under democracy. Because what they're doing, bringing these foreign imams in, is not good because they don't have the they don't have the context of what it is to live here. They don't have the context of what it is to have Islam and democracy coexist.
The guy you just watched is this guy right here, the counterterrorism commander of the LAPD, and you just heard him say that he took $50 million from the Claremont School. He took $50 million from the Claremont School, which is run by this gentleman here, who's a member of the Muslim Brotherhood. His name is Jihad Turk. Jihad Turk. He is in charge of the Claremont Bayan Muslim Brotherhood School, and he openly admitted that he took $50 million from there. And remember, we were talking about this guy here, Maher Hadhoot, who formed the Muslim Public Affairs Council, MPAC, which is a Muslim Brotherhood group. This guy here, Salam Mariyati, is one of the fellows who worked with him in order to create MPAC, and these two fellows here and other Muslim Brotherhood fellows brought in Jihad Turk to be the president of the school because Jihad Turk's beliefs and systems fit in with the Muslim Brotherhood. So we started with this young lady here. She also is a member of the MPAC, working with this guy here, Mariyati, and they're working with the guy that brought in the Muslim Brotherhood into the United States. So again, here we have Michael Downing. We just saw him on that video taking $50 million to work, and Mariyati, a member of the Muslim Brotherhood. And it all keeps going back to this guy here. They're all linked together. This is the guy that coordinated the 19 people that flew into the World Trade Center in 2001. He did that out of San Diego and Virginia. I've been to his mosque, and his people there were crazy, out of control, wanted to kill us. Fortunately, we had 4 deputy sheriffs there to protect us. But that's how Islam works. If we go to clip number 7,
What? Al-Wala. Love Islam and all Muslims. Be good to all Muslims. Wal-Bara. Be against everything and everybody else. Hate everybody else. Very, very easy. So, class, if you are a good Muslim, what do you love?
Islam.
Whom do you love?
All Muslims.
And class, if you are a good Muslim, what do you hate?
Everything else.
And whom do you hate?
Everybody else.
Excellent, wonderful. You all get gold stars. Now, third, here is what Islam teaches about how. This is how, according to Islam, Islam is to win. How? Hijrah and jihad.
Huh? Hijrah?
How? First, hijrah. What is hijrah?
You tell us. Please tell us.
Hijrah. Muslims should move to a place and take over.
Oh.
So, class, what is hijrah?
Muslims should move to a place and take over.
Excellent, absolutely excellent. Again, you all get gold stars. Now, class, what is jihad?
You tell us.
Jihad. Very, very easy. The biggest part of jihad is Muslims should take over any way they can.
Oh.
Jihad. War is fine if it's needed. Trickery is better. In general, whatever is needed to succeed. So, class, how is Islam to succeed?
Hijrah.
Jihad. And that's it, class. The 3 core parts of Islam, they're called the essential doctrines. I told you, it's not hard. There is one bonus question.
No.
Yes, one more question. What do you have in the end? It's easy. You have a caliphate. Islam is ruler of the world. Everywhere, everyone has to follow Islam. Now, class,
So it all comes back to the counterterrorism of the LAPD. Michael Downing has been completely bought off, fooled, hornswoggled, has swallowed the lies that Islam is the religion of peace and these other things. You know, in the Western sense of the overarching purpose of education, in the Western sense of what's the overarching purpose of education? Well, in the West, the overarching purpose of education is to send every child to school that they all might learn the wisdom of our ancestors, that we can all live in the land with the highest degree of peace, order, liberty, and prosperity. But under Islam, the overarching purpose of education is to send only boys to madrasas to beat them into memorizing the Quran and send them out to do jihad, trickery, war, whatever they can to convert, to change every country in the world into the regime of 7th century Arabia under Muhammad, thereby causing the highest degree of hostility, disorder, slavery, poverty, misogyny. I showed that funny little clip there with the stick figures and whatnot because this guy right here is dangerous. He thinks that Islam is here. If we take $50 million and we give it to a guy named Jihad Turk, who's a member of the Muslim Brotherhood, that somehow we can have democracy coexist with Islam. It never has. In 1,400 years of Islam, Islam has never permitted majority rule with minority rights or a Bill of Rights with freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom to peaceably assemble to petition the government for a redress of grievances. And yet this poor guy here, I'm going to call him, frankly, a patsy and a buffoon. I'm a former Marine Corps officer with a ton of combat experience in Vietnam, battle planner for the Marine Corps. And I'm telling you right now, this guy is a buffoon and a fool. And if I met him face to face, I would say that to his face. In fact, when we did that video, I was standing right next to him. So let's go back through here. In all of the different terrorist groups, you will see this is the Shahada, this is the Arabic. And the Arabic clearly states that there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger, the Raisuli. Now, ISIS has published my photograph to have me killed because I mock the Raisuli. I do mock the Raisuli. I do mock the Prophet Muhammad because the Prophet Muhammad, frankly, did perverted, wild, insane things with a 6-year-old girl, and we have proof from fatwas and proof from hadiths that prove that, indeed, Muhammad married Aisha at 6 years old, and he did weird, perverted things with her called thighing, and I didn't give anybody an alert to get little kids out of the room, but it's disgusting and it's perverted. So, ISIS, since you have published my photograph to have me killed, along with my wife and my son, and the FBI came in, and the detective deputy sheriff of the county I live in came in. So since you want to kill me, and you can look it up online, it's in Dabiq 7. That's their magazine, their publication, Dabiq. D like David, A like Apple, B like boy, I like India, and Q like Queen. The number 7 with a space in between. When it comes up, the Claremont or the Clarion project will come up, bring that up. I'm on page 59. So, since you say I mock the Raisuli, which I cannot, I can't mock a guy who did weird sexual perverted things with a 6-year-old girl. So, since you want to kill me and you think I'm going to be intimidated and I'm going to stop, I'm going to sing my famous song again in honor of the buffoon of the LAPD, Michael Downing, who thinks that he can mainstream people, imams, like this guy here, Anwar al-Awlaki, and bring in a member of the Muslim Brotherhood, a guy named Jihad Turk, to use jihad and fool us all. And all of this began because this fellow here, Maher Hot Hoot, brought the Muslim Brotherhood into the United States. So, here we go. My big classic debut that'll make no money and it won't get on any of the charts, but I'm going to sing it anyhow. Oh, Muhammad, Allah Akbar, you beat the girls all black and blue. You're a wild man, such a madman. Oh, Muhammad, it is true. In a cavern without Khadijah, drinking camel, you know, dwelt Muhammad, dreadful prophet, and his silly old burro. Hee-haw, hee-haw. Everything that I just saying there is true. It's all substantiated in the Quran, in the Hadiths and fatwas. It's all substantiated. What I just saying is Islamic doctrine. Okay. So we go back to old Michael Downing, and since he wants to work with the Muslim Brotherhood, Maher Hout, then we have the two people who did the massacre in San Bernardino. Muslim Brotherhood, bringing in these people. We have the logo of the Muslim Brotherhood. The Arabic down there at the bottom that nobody talks about is Surah 860. Terrorize the infidels and wage war against the infidels. By any means you can, jihad, whatever you want. Here we have Hassan Banna, who formed in 1928 in Egypt, the Muslim Brotherhood. Here's his logo with the Surah 860. We have another guy who helped get Jihad Turk his job as the president of the Claremont Bayan Muslim Brotherhood School. We have this guy here, Hussam Aylush, who's one of the leaders of the Corona Mosque and a leader of the Muslim Brotherhood in California. I took this from his Facebook page years ago and posted it everywhere. The four fingers means he's a member of the Muslim Brotherhood, and this symbol here means he supports al-Nusra, or ISIS, if you will. Here's another picture of the same guy. He's 6'6" tall, Hussam Aylush, and the Karadari. So with that, go ahead and show clip number 3. Clip number 3.
Executive Director Hussam Aylush and the staff are exceptional representatives of the Muslim community of America. Over the years, prior to the tragedy of 9/11, Muslim members of the Sheriff's Interfaith Advisory Council have taught me the core principles of Islam. My numerous visits to the Islamic centers within Southern California, the homes of my Muslim friends, and meetings with members of the Muslim American Homeland Security Congress have taught me the hopes, dreams, aspirations, and concerns of.
There he is right there. Sheriff Baca, his sister's married to Muslim Brotherhood. He's been completely hornswoggled and fooled. He's in bed with Michael Downing, the counterterrorism commander for the LAPD. They both think Islam is wonderful and great. Here we have a picture of Maher Hout and Sheriff Baca in front of a mosque outside of California. Now, the guy that brought together the Muslim Brotherhood, Hassan Banna, here, Hassan Banna, was very instrumental in World War II. His teachings brought in the Waffen-SS. These are Muslim Waffen-SS from World War II, and they're studying a book on the Jews and Islam. And here it's got their symbol for Islam and a symbol of Islam here. These are the guys that did the Holocaust and murdering all the 6 million Jews. So here we have the roots of the Muslim Brotherhood. Started in Egypt, then it went to World War II in Germany, helping to murder all the Jews. Then when the Nazis fell, many of these Muslim Brotherhood guys fled back to Egypt. Now here's Hassan Banna, and he worked with the Grand Mufti of Germany. Behind him is all the Waffen-SS who were murdering all the Jews, and they were all operating and working together to do Surah 860, which I showed you in the Muslim Brotherhood logo, that states to wage war and to terrorize the infidel. Here is a bunch of Muslim Brotherhood deputy sheriffs and the LA sheriffs. Here's another picture of the same group of guys of the deputy sheriffs, Muslim Brotherhood, and the Los Angeles sheriffs. Here we have Michael Downing again. You'll recognize this is from the video from this man. I was standing only 1.5 feet away from them when that was done. Here we have Michael Downing again, the LAPD counterterrorism commander with Salam al-Marayati, a faculty member at the Bayan School of Theology, Muslim Brotherhood School. Here again we have Michael Downing, Marayati working directly with the founder of the Muslim Public Affairs Council, Maher Hout, who studied face-to-face in Egypt with Hassan Banna. Marayati, again, a teacher at the Claremont School of Theology. He is Muslim Brotherhood. Here we have Michael Downing, again, with another Muslim. He seems to like that. Here we have Michael Downing. You can barely see him. It's small. I apologize, but he's with a number of Muslim Brotherhood. Here is Maher Hout, And if you look closely at the picture, which you can't see here, but I can email to you, you'll see that he's laughing. He's laughing too much. And in fact, it's kind of like the old Shakespearean play where he says, methinks you do protest too much, methinks that you laugh too much. Again, we have Maher Hadhoot and Sheriff Baca. Maher Hadhoot. You have Maher Hadhoot with Mariotti again. All of these are to show how dangerous they've infiltrated. Here we have a famous evangelical pastor. We don't even know if he's really a Christian or not because he's gotten kind of crazy. Frankly, he wrote The Purpose-Driven Life. Rick Warren, and this is Maher Hadhoot. He eulogized at the funeral of Maher Hadhoot and said what a great, wonderful man he was. Here again, we have Mariotti in this picture right here, Jihad Turk, who's in charge of the Bayan School of Theology, and Maher Hadhoot establishing the link. And they're all going back to this woman here, Adina Lekovic, who's all in the midst of this too. Here we have some more people, again, at the school there, and we have Jihad Turk and Maher Hadhoot establishing the link. Here we have Hiram Shadash. He is in charge of all of the Claremont schools, and he's behind creating the Bayan School of Theology. Here we have in this picture Salam al-Mariyati. Looks like they're having a good prayer here with all the Muslims. They're bowing their heads. They're being really cool. Everything is good. But in this picture here, which expands this picture, it's the same people. It's the same people. It's the same people. But now in the picture is Eric Garcetti, the mayor of Los Angeles, helping to make Los Angeles a sanctuary city, allowing the drug cartels and the Muslim Brotherhood to work together. And we do have all kinds of proof, evidence, and facts that the Muslim Brotherhood is working with the ISIS and the drug cartels, and they're getting money from doing that. And I will close out the show on this one here. I met this guy 3 or 4 times. His name is Ahmad Sakar. He was one of the key players, along with Maher Hadhoot, to bring the Muslim Brotherhood into the United States, the Muslim student associations, in particular at UCLA, USC, and whatnot. And here he is way back in the 1960s, right here with a briefcase. Right here with a briefcase. His name is Ahmad Sakar. He incited the Nation of Islam against me, trying to get them to kill me years ago. Okay, so we will go to clip number 6. Clip number 6.
When you walked into the convention center, they had these big banners, and it said, "Death to Israel, death to America." One of the people who were working with me said, "You know what, Bob, these people are Muslim Brotherhood." I said, "What's that?"
The Muslim Brotherhood started in 1928 by the founder, Imam Hassan al-Banna.
The Muslim Brotherhood had twin strategies. The first strategy is its public face, which is a political organization with charitable organizations. But the core of the organization and the master plan of the organization is a sense of world domination. Their ambition is limitless.
So everything goes back to the counterterrorism commander of the LAPD, who's actively aiding and abetting the Muslim Brotherhood, and the Muslim Brotherhood exists to wage war and terrorize the infidels. So this guy, in my opinion, is aiding and abetting terrorism. In fact, he's so foolish, one might even say he's a terrorist. It's foolish. I was a Marine Corps officer, battle planner for the Marine Corps. This would be like me getting on board with the North Vietnamese army and helping him out. You got the Muslim Brotherhood logo, wage war and terrorize the infidel from the Quran, Surah 860. You have this guy, Muslim Brotherhood out of San Diego and Virginia, linked all over the United States, to Paris, to the San Bernardino massacre, to the Paris massacres, to the Orlando massacres, to the Texas shootout a couple of years ago, all of them woven together. Leader of the Council on American Islamic Relations, Muslim Brotherhood. This sees the Muslim Brotherhood. This says he supports ISIS al-Nusra. You have the Shahada, there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger, based on Surah 860, to wage war and terrorize the infidel. You have this lady here, a teacher at the Bayan School of Theology, all linked together with them, Adina Lekovic. She's a member of the Muslim Public Affairs Council, and she is Muslim Brotherhood. You have Hadhut, who helped bring in and form the Muslim Public Affairs Council, with Salam Mariyati, a teacher at the Bayan School of Theology. Again, you have Michael Downing here and Salam Mariyati here. And the differences is real simple. Under Islam, Islam is based on Surah 860, to wage war and terrorize the infidel. Under Christianity, the main idea is James 1:27, to true religion is taking care of widows and orphans. Under this, they create widows and orphans, they rape them, they destroy them. Under Christianity, we care for widows and orphans. I'll be back next week. I'm going to sing more songs. And ISIS, frankly, you're a bunch of cowards. It was 3 years ago you put my picture to be killed, and I'm still alive. Come on, dude. Make my day. Until next week, adios.
في كتير طرق وسط الحياة تاهوا فيها ناس، وطرق تبان مفروشة